WTBwJandC Ep.12.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. For a second, I forgot it was 12.
It is 12.
Number 12. What's happening, buddy? What's going on in the world?
Not a ton.
What's going on in Josh's
stuff
world?
just happening now. Same stuff every week.
God dang. If that ain't the truth.
Old COVID still spreading.
That's what I heard. Idaho got a bunch of new cases, like 200 a day, since, like, when were those protests down at the Capitol? Like 3 weeks ago?
Something like that.
Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, we've been getting a bunch ever since then. And then oh no, who did it? Oh, Yard House at Zach's place.
Yeah.
Somebody tested positive for COVID, so they're shutting it down again.
Shutting it down again.
Ada County's back in phase 3. That's rough.
Locked back down.
That sucks, man. People are not going to be happy about that.
Dims the brakes.
Dims the brakes. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Look at us. But, yeah, that's kind of got me worried a little bit. Because it's like nobody's trying to stop the spread anymore.
Well, people are still trying to stop the spread. Everyone's having
Businesses
to wear
are trying to
masks
stop
and
the
stuff.
spread.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people that are still just walking around, doing their thing.
No doubt.
Going out to the bars.
I actually saw COVID testing, and they take this giant swab and they shove it directly into your sinuses through your nose for like a minute.
Yeah,
like 10 seconds, but whatever.
Yeah.
The guy that was having it done was coughing and stuff. It's like, what are you doing?
He just had a giant Q-tip shoved up his nose.
Yeah, I know. I was like, why would it make you cough? But I was thinking about it. I was like, that would probably make me cough. You ever get water in your nose?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Makes you cough. Burns.
It's because it's all connected.
Yeah.
But
Everything's connected, brother.
The old COVID testing.
The old COVID testing. What are you going to do? Oh. Just avoid people and places. That's what you can do.
Been doing that for years. Been preparing for this moment my whole life.
Right. Oh, see any good memes lately?
I see a ton of memes, man.
You're a meme looking at kind of guy. I saw one. It was had the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the words.
Yeah.
Except for it was the Fresh Prince, and it was Vegeta sitting there. The Fresh Prince of all Saiyans. Made me laugh pretty good. I don't know. Let's talk about something happy, man. It's quarantine businesses.
Yeah.
Everybody's already talking about
something that's not making me happy.
Or you could go the opposite direction.
A massive Brig nerf coming to Overwatch.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
It annoys the crap out of me because I just started playing her.
I know, yeah. So they're going to nerf...
so good.
They're going to nerf her shield again, I think.
No.
And they're going to make her armor packs only last for like 2 seconds or something.
No,
like,
so
Zarya's bubble.
The repair packs now just won't give armor at all. They're
Wait,
they're just an emergency heal.
She better get like 10 of them.
Her shield, no, she still only has the 3. Nothing else is changing about them. They're just getting straight nerfed. Her shield is getting like an extra 50 health. Nothing. But the recharge time is going down.
So it'll come back.
Or going up.
Going up?
Yeah, it takes longer to recharge.
Man.
So it's just straight nerfs.
That sucks.
I know.
That extra 50 shield could come in handy.
The extra 50 shield is a little bit nice.
It's every bit as handy as the 50 armor.
No, it's not. It's worse. Because it's directional. You can't attack when you do it. And that only counts for Brig.
That's true.
Her armor was the best thing that she had. It was the strongest part of her kit, and they just removed it. They didn't even nerf it. It's just gone.
Well, she'll still have the rally. Where you
Still
get
has-
like an endless stream of armor.
I mean, she still has rally, but that's an ultimate. That's not something she just has.
Her ult charges so fast.
It doesn't charge that fast.
It does if you're hitting a lot of people. Like if you're in a big brawl, Brig can get her ult twice in the same fight.
Nah, she can't.
I've seen it.
Maybe if the fight lasts a really long time.
No. Yeah, a little. Maybe it lasted a minute.
Maybe it's one of those fights where the enemy team is just streaming in, and the fight never actually ends. Then maybe she can.
I hate those.
But normally
maps.
you only get her ult 2 or 3 times a match, just like everyone else.
Not at all.
I've played a lot of Brig recently. I'm telling you, 2 or 3 times a match is how often you averagely get it.
Okay. I don't play Brig a lot, so I'm gonna believe you. But it feels like I've been playing against a lot of Brigs or with a lot of Brigs, and they go off like 4 or 5 times a match, pretty reliably.
Not usually.
Like a Moira ult, it's just always there, constantly.
Maybe it's just because you're noticing the enemy's ult all the time.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe I'm not paying attention. I'll play more Brig and I'll get back to you on that. Next week I'll tell you.
But yeah. Just annoyed me.
She's not the only one that's getting nerfed either.
There's a couple more, but she's the one that I cared about.
I feel that.
Mainly because I just started playing her a lot, and I was really enjoying it.
You're a good Brig.
Got me to gold, man. Got me to gold.
I'm so close to platinum. And then I lost 2 matches. I was 4 points away from being platinum. And now I'm like 2460. I lost 2 matches and I'm like, oh, hanging it up right there. I've been running into a lot of freaking Widows and Genjis with something to prove. Because yeah, they have been messing me up. Like me personally. I was playing with Michelle and them last night and we were getting jacked up by a Genji.
Part of the problem is we play with too many people.
We do play with a lot of people. But it's fun. It's better that way.
It's super fun, but in competitive, if you're playing in large stacks, you come up against large stacks. The game will put you against other people playing in big stacks.
That's just fair.
But a lot of big stacks will have Smurfs in them.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
A lot of times it's 1 or 2 Smurfs boosting their other 4 friends, and they're all playing in a big stack. And none of our friends are Smurfs. We're all legit.
We're all very legitimately in our
We're a
ranks.
legit 6 stack playing against a 6 stack with 2 Smurfs in it.
That happens a lot. So Overwatch is so full of Smurfs.
Yeah, but you get them much less often when you're solo queuing or duo queuing.
Not me, man. I get inserted with a 5 stack.
Well, if that happens, yeah.
Against another 5 stack.
If that happens, yeah. But if we're all usually playing in 5, 6 stacks all the time.
Yeah.
And so over the game is putting us up against other 5 and 6 stacks. Which is fair, but it's
fair,
not
but
at the same time.
It's super irritating because it's very obvious.
Because our stack is legit, and a lot of the other stacks aren't.
And it's very obvious when there's like one really high-level person on either team.
Or they're a really low level 25.
Yeah, level
person
25.
that's just leading their team.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a legitimate level 28 Widow right there. Just on fire, getting quad kills.
That was the good meme that I saw.
What?
So when I'm playing in silver and I see a level 560 Widow, and it was the Jordan Peele just acting all happy and fine. And then when I see a level 25 Widow in silver, it was Jordan Peele all sweating.
Yeah, that's a real mood, though. When you're looking at it, it's like, oh, no. I hope they don't suck, and I hope they're not really good. I want them to be exactly as good as I am with Widow, which is terrible.
Yeah.
But, like, I get it. Because maybe at a certain point, like, if you only play that character, you can be pretty low ranked and really good with one character.
It'd probably help climbing if, when we were in big stacks like that, we just played, like, quick play in the arcade, just to have fun. And you actually tried to climb, just, like, duo queue with somebody.
Maybe. What do you guys think? Leave a comment. Small parties or big parties?
We do have a lot of Overwatch players in our fan base.
We do.
Mostly the people in the Six Stacks playing list.
Yeah, I bet Justice would have an opinion on that. Maybe Zach. Zach probably would. He's a good player, and he's been playing for a long time. He's the one that got me into this game in the first place.
Yep.
I've played so much Overwatch. I have like 800 hours of Overwatch. To put that in perspective, I've got like 1,100 hours of Factorio. Those are probably my 2 most played games.
Right.
But I'm discounting like 300 of my Factorio hours because I would just leave my computer on all the time. It would still run. But still, anything over 900 hours in anything is a huge chunk of time.
Well, you know, that strategy game I play, Europa, they say the first 1,100 hours is the tutorial.
Oh my god, dude. Long games. That's what you said, though. It takes like several weeks to beat a campaign.
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do, because there's no overall objective, but it's just something fun people say about it, because you can play the game for well over 1,000 hours and still discover something new. I'm like, I never freaking knew that.
That's pretty crazy. What a crazy game. What is they call grand strategy?
Yeah, grand strategy games.
Grand strategy. Those aren't the games for me, man. I don't have the attention span.
Strategy.
Strategy. I'm also not very good at that. That's why I play Reaper. I got his golden guns, and it's made me start playing him more. But he's so situational if you're not extremely good with him.
I mean, he's pretty good in most situations. There's very few situations where a Reaper can't get value.
Yeah. Not when I'm playing him. Because you pick Reaper, like... Reaper's a good Widow counter, because he can get behind her and get up on her. But I always get jacked up by Widows. And they say Reaper's a good Genji counter, but he's not.
I mean, he can... Reaper could duel anybody, pretty much.
Maybe.
You just got to get up to them. That's the trick with a Widow. The Widow can't see you coming. You got to use your teleport to get around.
I know.
Without her seeing you.
But a lot of times, I'm already in the middle of a fight and a Widow's taking me down.
I mean, that's just getting shot by the Widow. You know?
Or every time I ult, just a Widow shot will come out of nowhere, or a Roadhog hook. And Reaper's a good Roadhog counter. But that hook is a monstrous ability in that game. It's strong. Yeah. Like, it stuns and stops everything.
I mean, he's not the ultimate character by any means. But if you get good with him, you can duel pretty much any character.
Yeah.
There's basically no character that just has the flat out advantage if you can get up onto them. You just gotta engage smartly.
You think it's good to have your sensitivity with him high or low? Because you're up close on people a lot.
Probably a little bit higher. Because
Really?
usually you're right up on them, so accuracy is not the most important thing.
What is?
Because reaction time, knowing when to engage, knowing when to get out.
Yeah.
Save your Wraith form for your escape. Don't use it to get up to them.
It's a reload. What are you talking about?
I use it. Number one, I save it for the escape. That's my escape. Second, maybe for a reload, if I can confirm a kill.
Word.
Usually you want to come out of nowhere, kill somebody, and then Wraith form away back to your team.
Wraith form away, teleport. Get out of there. They're going to find you. That makes sense. I've used this teleport to escape a Diva Bomb.
Yeah. You can use it to keep from getting booped, too, if you're fast.
Really?
Yeah, if you get booped and you immediately hit your teleport,
and
you can teleport back onto the edge before you get booped.
I don't think I've ever been quick enough to even try that.
I have tried it multiple times. I've never successfully did it, because you have to do it like immediately. You have to have very quick reaction time to pull it off.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But it can be done. I've seen other people do it.
I think I may have seen somebody do it, but yeah, I don't think so.
Well, that's usually my strategy with Reaper. I usually go on a flank, try and jump on the enemy team out of nowhere.
Your classic Reaper stuff.
Kill 1 or 2 people and get out.
For sure.
Or I just stand behind Reinhardt and shoot through him.
It's not a bad option. That's what... I wish more people would utilize tanks more properly. Or charge with them.
Yeah.
It's like, you can see when the tank is pushing. It's like, now's the time, you know? They're just standing back trying to farm ult or something. It's like, I'm trying to get on this point.
Like, I try and call it out when I'm playing Reinhardt.
So, due to the lag, whenever you say, I'm pushing, you're already pushing.
Yeah, but it's still, I say it right as I'm doing it, so...
Yeah.
They still have plenty of time to get behind me.
Yeah, well, like, not if they're skirmishing with another character or something.
I mean, if they're off dueling somebody, no. But most of the team should be right there.
Yeah, I agree. You should be grouped up, especially with the Rhine Shield, because that is the best protection in that game.
And yeah, people just don't do it. Even when we're in the stacks, sometimes I call it out, and then I push forward, and then I die.
That's because
there's no one near me.
The people we play with, we don't fight as a team. We're all just individuals out there. Sometimes we do things.
Maybe that's why I do so much better with support than with tank. Because I just stand behind the tanks. And when they push, I push. When they back, I back up.
Yeah. So the same thing when I play support. So I usually go off what the tanks are doing. So I'm concentrated on the tanks. Except for when I'm Lucio, because I love wall riding. But if I'm like Moira or Mercy, like I'm pretty good about staying with the tanks. I suck with Baptiste. I don't play Brigitte a lot. I'm pretty good with Ana.
I like Baptiste. He's probably my second favorite.
That Immortality field is crazy. When it first came out, when Baptiste first came on, that Immortality field was gnarly. It had a lot of health. And only like a 15-second recharge time.
Well, I think it still only has like a 15-second recharge time.
It's got a 30-second recharge.
Does it?
Yeah. Or no, it's got a 20-second recharge. He's got the longest recharge in the game.
Maybe it's 20 seconds. It's not 30 seconds.
It's not 30. It's either 20 or
it's not the
slightly
longest
above it.
Because Mercy's res is 30.
Mercy's
Hers
res
is 30.
Oh, okay.
Because she's my number 3 pick for support.
Except for you don't heal with her.
Yeah, dude.
Just damage boost.
You should be damage boosting more often than you're healing.
I agree.
But I do heal with her. And I damage boost with her.
But didn't you say she wasn't a main healer?
Yeah, because her main value comes from damage boost. And from resin.
Res is pretty good, but...
She's a utility healer.
Yeah, she's not a strong healer because her beam only heals like 50 a second.
Because any of the supports can put out a pretty decent amount of healing besides Zen.
Yeah.
But there's certain ones whose biggest value is not the healing that they provide.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Mercy, it's her damage boost. Lucio's just speed. Brig used to be her armor, or still is her armor, but will soon not be her armor anymore.
Try not to sound too bitter.
Oh, I'm bitter as crap.
I'm a bitter douchebag right now. Wait, who else? Support.
Most of the other ones, it is their healing. Baptiste,
Ana,
Moira,
that sleep dart.
Ana. They are the ones that can put out the massive amount of healing. Oh, yeah, they also have other abilities, too, but they can put out huge amounts of healing.
I'm saying Ana's maybe not her biggest contribution is those anti-nades.
Anti-nades can be a huge thing.
They can win a fight, like a whole big team fight. You splash it in there, heal all your guys, anti all them. That's a game changer, real quick. If your team is aware enough to capitalize on it, and that's another thing you run into a lot, especially in silver rank.
Yeah,
is your team generally won't have enough game sense to push on stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. Follow up is hard, especially with randos. But even with teams sometimes too. Because sometimes I'm playing Roadhog and I'll hook people into the team and I call it out that I hook them, but there's never any follow up. No one else shoots the person.
Yeah, well, they're probably skirmishing. But
well, yeah,
also, we don't play very brawly characters. We play mid-range characters mostly.
Doesn't matter. When Roadhog hooks someone into the team, the entire team should turn and shoot that person.
Yeah.
And confirm the kill.
Yeah. It's harder when it's somebody like Tracer, though, because she can just flash out of there. But you can one-shot Tracer with Rude, so...
Yeah.
So if you hook a tank or something, yeah, the team should jump on that.
When you hook anybody, the whole team should shoot them.
Well, it's not going to matter if you break them away from a fight to kill a Tracer that you could have killed in one shot.
Not necessarily.
She
might survive and get away. Like, people get away with one sliver of health all the time.
That's why you finish with that melee.
Even with the melee, they still get away with a sliver of health sometimes. You know, not all the pellets hit.
Yeah. I guess if you're not aiming at the right spot. Sometimes you can catch it just right, and the pellets all get them in a headshot.
Yeah, and most of the time, when it's someone really squishy, like a Zen or a Tracer, yeah, I can one-shot them easily. But not always. And people with more health are even more so likely to escape with just a little bit of health. And
if you hook a Bastion,
someone would just put one bullet into them, they would die.
All you gotta do is sneeze on them.
It's more important to confirm the kill than to keep poking at other people.
Yeah. And again, you got to be grouped up.
I mean, you don't even have to be super grouped up. You just have to be within range. It's like you just have to be able to see.
What map? That's important too.
Not really.
Because you can kill.
It's applicable on every map.
Well, like the Ilios well.
Yeah.
Like you one-shot anybody you hook into it.
Well, yeah. If you can hook someone off the edge, you don't need the team to follow up. But that's by far not the majority of hooks.
No. That's the majority of my hooks, because that's the only map I play Roadhog with.
But there's several things like that. And, you know, McCree's stun, when McCree flashbangs someone, the whole team should shoot that person and try and confirm the kill.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you have a person that you could easily confirm the kill, if multiple people would attack them, you should.
Yeah, take the shot. But McCree doesn't have a problem, like, flash fanning almost everybody. It's like he can go pow, 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 fan the hammer, flashbang, roll, pow, 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 and get him again.
Why would he fan the hammer before he flashbangs? Usually you got to flashbang quickly to get him. So you flashbang, then fan the hammer.
Yeah, if you're only doing one fan.
Then melee.
Because when you roll, he reloads.
Yeah.
So
you flash,
open
fan
in
the hammer, roll, fan the hammer. You don't fan the hammer before you flash.
Either way, he's getting you twice, and those bullets do 70 apiece.
People still escape from that sometimes.
That's a lot.
Because fan the hammer is not super accurate. Unless you're right up on them, you're going to miss some of those bullets.
Either way.
So, yeah, like
McCree, I would say McCree's a bad example, because he can handle himself.
Confirming kills, well, so can Roadhog, but they're both prime examples.
Yeah, sometimes people get away, but a lot of times they don't, man. Like, those two characters get a lot of solo kills. A lot of final blows.
They can get a lot of solo kills, but solo kills don't matter. Just kills matter.
The people that need the help are like Tracer.
Teams would win more team fights if they would confirm the kills.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you.
To win more games, which is the whole point of trying to climb.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that one.
Anyone can get solo kills.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you're good enough, but...
The team should focus fire on people, especially weak people, that have been CC'd in some way.
Yeah. Pick the fights where you have the advantage.
Yeah. If your team is playing well, anyone that gets hooked by the Roadhog or stunned by McCree should die. 100% of the time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that should be a death sentence when you feel that hook. Dude, my eyes are watering right now. And my nose is running.
The last one that I edited last week was just... I edited out so many sniffles.
I'm sorry. I appreciate that. It's crazy, though. My allergies been kicked up these last couple days, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Summertime. Air's getting drier. Dust and such. Deuced. Yeah. There's deuced in the air. That sounds gross. I eye drops in my car, but the last time I used them was 2 days ago, and it was a horrible experience.
Were they hot?
My God, they were so hot. They'd been in my car all day, and this is like 6 o'clock, so it's still hot outside. Yeah. I pick them up, and I'm like, ooh, they feel a little warm. I don't care. My eyes itch so bad, so I opened them and dropped it in, and just, oh shit! It was so freaking hot right on my eye, dude. I felt like I was crying lava. Oh man, it hurt. I just got goosebumps thinking about it. Look, man, you can't see them, but they're there. It drove me nuts. So I've been like super gun shy about it, and they've been in there all day too, and I don't want to do that shit again. I'm gonna put them in the freezer.
So you bring them aside, stick them in the fridge.
Yeah, I might do something like that. Until then, I apologize for the sniffles. That's all I got.
The sniffles.
The sniffers. Chris is back in town.
Yeah, you were telling me earlier.
Oh yeah. I made him feel bad about my leg. For those of you that don't know, I was running from Chris when I fell and broke my first leg. And blame it entirely on him. Well,
he's been playing Overwatch, but I still haven't played with him.
Yeah, I haven't seen him on Overwatch. He's been in town.
Heard.
For the last couple of days, and then before that, I didn't get on Overwatch for like 3 or 4 days. I just plugged my Xbox in last night from when I had it over here on Monday.
Monday's the day, man. The day we climb.
The day we climb. I'm getting a fucking plat on Monday. It's happening. Oh, God.
Ready to stream with JNC every Monday at 7 Mountain Time.
Set your alarms. Hide your wife. Hide your trash cans. Because it's garbage when we play. So
speaking of garbage when we play, I'm excited to get some video game videos out.
Video game videos?
Yeah, some gaming videos.
Oh, yeah, because we are garbage when we play. So
Halo will be coming out on Monday.
Really?
Yep, on Monday.
What time?
I finally got it edited.
Right on.
So we get out on Monday.
That's awesome.
Leave in the comments games we should play. Games you'd like to see us play.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot. Fair warning, like, he's the good one. I just mostly mess things up. But we usually complete the game. Yeah. Yeah, that's accurate. We usually finish on a new game. Except for the last couple of games we've tried because there's no real ending. The Skyrim, there's no like real ending. I mean, you can do whatever. There's a main storyline.
There's several different quest lines that end.
In Factorio, you could say there's an ending, but you could play that game forever.
True.
And you can do the same thing in Skyrim. And excuse me, is there an ending to Subnautica?
There's a story in it, but it's another one that you can just keep playing.
Yeah,
basically.
Right. I don't think our last video got the likes. So I feel pretty safe from Subnautica.
It did not get the 100 likes needed.
Like 10 years from now when we're super famous.
It's currently at 4 likes.
4 likes. I'm going to get on there and thumbs down it.
Our first video that gets 100 likes. Cody plays Subnautica, though. Remember that.
Oh, we're pretty close, actually, on our first episode. It's got like 70-something. But I'd be down for that. That would be a fun celebrate 100 likes. We're up to 7.
7 likes.
Oh yeah, our viewership
only
is way down.
93 more to go.
66. This is what our first episode. It's so strange when I think about that episode, because like I feel like it wasn't very good.
I mean, I feel like it was good.
I was super nervous. I didn't know what was gonna happen and yada yada. So, but it's got like the most views, and it's the one I'm the least proud of.
Well, it's also been up the longest. It's episode 1.
It is episode 1. And then our second one's got like 40. The one where I started really enjoying doing these was like episode 4.
Third.
And we had some good ones. There's been a couple that have kind of been like, eh. Like, they were still fun. Like this one I'm enjoying. Having a good time. Yeah. I could talk about Overwatch for literally days. Oh my god, these sniffles. Y'all, I apologize. I sincerely apologize to you. I'm crying literal tears out of my face, man. My eyes are so itchy.
You're having an allergic reaction to the air.
Something. God, I hate it. I live in a world that hates me. I was just in a house with, like, 5 dogs. Though.
That could be part of it.
Maybe. But it didn't start till I got over here, man. Today. It was happening to me yesterday. Buttons freaking... I had to buy a shock collar for him. Because he crossed the line. He disappeared. He ran off to go chase the neighbor's horses. And then, like, we were calling him for like 20 minutes. And then we heard him barking. And me and Pat went out there, and he was in a field with these horses. And we took the side-by-side or whatever, but so there was like a ton of dust coming out of the grass.
Yeah.
And I got back, my whole face was just like swollen shut. But he keeps running after the horses. And, like, I'm scared that the neighbors are going to shoot him, or the horses are going to stomp him, or something terrible is going to happen to him. So now I just have to sit out there all day and wait for him to get close to the horses and just shock him every time because he won't listen.
He does like going after stuff.
Dude, he's a jerk. He's got a one-track mind, and he's stubborn. Look how stubborn he is. A stubborn boy. But he's handsome, and he knows it.
You get one of those, like, perimeter fences, like those sensors.
Dude, those things are like $300.
Are they?
Yeah. The collar I got him is
and
like
is
$50.
Just like a sensor that you set up in your house?
No, it's a line that you bury.
Oh, okay. I never had one. I always thought it was like a little, like a sensor thing, and then if he moved too far away from it, it like gave him a little buzz, and then a shock if he went too far.
Maybe. There might be one like that. But the one that I've seen was actually a line.
Yeah.
And you put flags where it is, so that when the dog sees the flags, he associates them with the shock, so when he gets close to the edge, he'll stop. And then eventually you can take the flags away. But he's being a turd, causing trouble. So I had to get him a collar. It'll be here in a few days.
Troublemaker.
He is such a troublemaker. He's an instigator. Buttons and him being a turd.
Buttons being a turd.
No doubt.
Chasing horses.
You don't have that problem with cats.
No, she just chills in the house. She doesn't even go outside.
She hates it outside. She's a quirky little cat.
She likes the comfort of the indoors.
Do you think... No, that's weird. I think people love pets like they love kids. Like it's a different kind of love, but it's just as intense.
I mean, I guess so. People are different, so some people care about their pets way more than others.
It's true. I don't know. I don't have kids, but everyone I know that has kids says no. You don't love your pet as much as you love your kids.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I was up on a mountaintop, freaking out, having a panic attack, talking to buttons. And I think I found out what love was.
What?
This was like a year or two ago. I was on a camping trip. I was up. It was super late. I was sitting there talking to buttons. And I was like, I love you, man. And I know what that means. I felt good. I felt like I'd discovered the meaning of love because I was staring at buttons.
Okay.
I don't know. That's how I feel about him. My eye is so red, dude. I was looking at it in the mirror earlier. It's so red. Buttons, you did this to me. Maybe I'm allergic to Mason and Lou's dogs or something. No, I go over there all the time.
It's probably just seasonal allergies, man.
Probably. Something. It sucks.
It's in the air.
Outside tries to kill me.
It's killing you.
You're blessed.
It is nice not to be allergic to anything.
I can't even imagine that life. Every time I go outside, I'm always looking at stuff. I was like, what's going to cause a reaction? It's bad. It's a rough life.
It's a rough life, man.
I'm lucky. But I have hair, so, I mean, there's that.
I say, you have good head hair.
Which is super strange, because my brother lost his hair at a really young age. And my dad, he started losing his hair, but he got bosley. My uncle, both my grandpas, bald. Bald as fuck. They were bald by the time they were like 35.
All the strength in your DNA went to your hair.
Exactly. I'm lactose intolerant and have allergies. Had bad vision until I got LASIK. Weak knees.
All your DNA strength.
No doubt.
Gave up everything
That
else.
boy's got a head of hair, let me tell you. He could twist it and rip it out. It's just going to keep growing back. I would trade it. I would go for like, I don't know, a receding hairline. If I could trade that for no allergies, that would be cool. I would do it. I can wear a hat.
I can wear a hat. Right now, I can't go outside.
Pretty much. I need pharmaceuticals to go outside. Want some allergy medicine? I have all of them. Over the counter, legal, narcotic, experimental.
There is no narcotic allergy medicine.
No. Narcotic's not the word I was looking for. Prescription, that was the word I was looking for.
Okay.
Prescription allergies.
Those are two different things.
Those are not even close to being the same thing. Although narcotics you need a prescription for.
True.
Technically. Or legally.
Legally speaking.
There are those among us in our society that find a loophole, and they shouldn't, because that's bad for you. That's another thing that's crazy right now. Like, opiate addiction is still killing, like, a bunch of people. It kills more people than, like, smoking or car wrecks.
Yeah.
Which are, like, the top two.
They're dangerous, man.
I think maybe
That's
heart
why
disease.
they're controlled substances.
I know, but everybody's on them. Maybe not here in Idaho, but everybody back home.
Not everybody's on them, but there's a lot of people on them. It is a problem.
It's a big problem in the country, like countrywide. I think opiate abuse is probably the number one abused thing. Opiates, probably just talking about like hydrocodones, and then you get the stronger ones like Oxycontin.
Prescription opiate abuse is a really big problem. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do against that?
You gotta wean off of it.
I mean, like, how do you fight? Because, I mean, you prescribe them because people are in pain.
Yeah.
And then they become addicted to them after, like, their first bottle. And they get more and more and then realize that they don't want to stop. So their pain never goes away. But pain is so subjective that if you tell a doctor, you know, this hurts, it doesn't feel better, I mean, they're going to keep trying medication.
Well, they gotta try different things.
Yeah. It's like, these aren't working? Well, you don't need these. Let's go up to Valium. See how you handle that.
Yeah. But you just gotta wean off of it, and like, it's still there. Like, they still have that desire to do it.
I think some people are more susceptible to addiction.
Some people are.
And I don't know what those factors are, though.
I don't know either. I don't think anybody really knows, like 100%.
Probably
But yeah,
not.
some people are just more susceptible to addiction.
It's weird. Like, I think Corey might have an addictive personality like that. Like, he would become addicted to things easily if he did them, but I don't know. Like, one of my biggest fears is becoming addicted to opiates. And after these surgeries, they sent me home with, like, a bunch of Norcos and then a bunch of Oxycontin. And I took all those in, like, I don't know, 10, 12 days. Ate like 40 Oxycontins. But I slept for 2 weeks. But when I was coming off of them, like, I kept waiting to be, like, jittery, you know, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, when you're quitting smoking cigarettes, you can make it the first day usually, and it's pretty okay. But then day 2 comes around, and you're, like, eating the inside of your mouth out. I was waiting for that, but for the opiates. And it never came. And I don't know if that's because I really don't want to get addicted to painkillers, or if it's just because, like, maybe I'm naturally resilient to addiction or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is, because I haven't smoked a cigarette in over a week now, but I have been using the vape, but I'm using it less and less, and it's on really low nicotine. But it's what I did last time I quit smoking.
Yeah.
And I didn't smoke again for like 3 years.
That's good.
And then I only started smoking again last year. In the summer? Spring? It's right about the time Brianna left.
Yeah.
No, it was right about the time I started working at TGI Fridays again. Is I would have one at work, and then I might have one before I go home, and then I was like...
Then I'd have 6 at home.
Yeah, well, then I would like, maybe I'd just go buy a pack, And then I did, and I was like, fuck! They got me again! Those bastards. I don't know. Addiction, like, it scares me a lot.
Yeah.
Especially just being where we're from. It's like, everybody got taken down. A couple people got out. The people that were going places got out. But a lot of people are still there, and their lives are trashed because of addiction. And I never wanted that to happen. So it happened another way. Through physical handicaps. But I'm not addicted.
Addicted to anything.
I'm not addicted to anything. I'm still addicted to cigarettes, I think, because I still want them. Yeah. But it's nice. It's nice not to have that stink on your hands.
It does stink a lot.
They're sticky, I know. Even when I go outside and smoke and I come back in, I know I smell like it. Pretty rough. I don't know. Step 1 on the ladder of putting my life back together.
Yeah.
I'm getting to where I can walk a pretty good ways now. I walked a half a mile the other day.
That's good.
Yeah. I was pretty excited about that. That's the farthest I've walked in a long, long time. That's pretty cool. This thing, I got a new watch, and it's got a step counter on it.
Yeah.
So I've been, like, tracking it. I don't move nearly as much as I thought I did. Like, so far since yesterday, I've walked 1.3 miles. The whole day. But when I was waiting tables and stuff, like, it's easy to walk 10 miles during a shift in a restaurant. Because, like, seriously, you're constantly running back and forth, making these little 100-foot trips. Maybe not 10 miles. Maybe like 5. I don't know. If you're there all day, I bet you can nail 10 miles. Any job
where you're on your feet all day, like, yeah, you're going to get a lot of steps in.
Maybe. I don't know. I used to complain about that a lot when I worked in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Because it's always a concrete floor, too. It's not like it's comfortable to walk on. I was telling my physical therapist about our podcast.
Yeah.
And now I've got 2 of them down there.
2 of them?
Yeah, 2 that want to listen to it. So I sent them the link. I don't know if they've checked it out yet, but we were talking about the Creepy Stories one.
Yeah.
And I have a new physical therapist named Haley. She's pretty cool. I genuinely like going because she's fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
Good conversations. She has 2 dogs, and they're adorable. She's got a weird and interesting story about her fiance. But anyways, I was telling her about the Creepy Stories, and she's a huge, like, crime junkie podcast listener to her. Yeah. Both her parents were cops, and so she kind of grew up looking at, like, crime photos and stuff, so she's, like, obsessed with it. So she's constantly listening to that, so she loves Creepy Stories. And I was telling her that one about the Scottish Lighthouse and got a physical reaction from it. That's probably my favorite story now. It's a good story because it's so weird. It's trippy.
It is.
The fact that the storm, like, nobody saw the storm, bothers me a lot.
That's the big twist at the end.
I know. I don't like it. It's like, what was it? And I've been watching a lot of Stargate lately, so my mind's been jumping to aliens a lot. I'm in a weird place right now, man.
Yeah.
My eyes don't burn as much. The Benadryl is working.
That's good.
They're not watering, at least. Those histamines.
Yeah, I like good stories that get, like, a physical reaction.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I'll listen to them and I just get, like, goosebumps.
Yeah, that's what happened when we were watching the Scottish Lighthouse one. I was like, no storm, you say? That bothers me. The one about the French people. The cops got involved with it.
Oh, yeah.
In Normandy.
The Spanish people?
Spanish people, my bad.
Yeah.
Anyways, I couldn't remember all the stories, and I was doing a really bad job of telling them. But we got on the subject of, like, crime junkies and, disappearing people. People that disappeared. under like mysterious circumstances. And then we were talking about the 2 kids that got found.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I don't know where they're from. I think they're from here.
They're from Idaho.
Yeah,
or they're from the valley.
Yeah, found them on her boyfriend's property.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to talking about that, and then I told them about Felicia, my friend, when I was a kid, and what happened to her. And they're like, we should stop talking about this, because they were all like fascinated by that, because it was interesting to them. But to me, I don't like that stuff particularly. I don't know, it just makes me uncomfortable. I've never really sat well.
Yeah.
Like, I went to a funeral when I was 6. I don't know. I messaged with you. We were talking about that.
So you were telling her about the Spanish family.
Oh, and how creepy it was. And like her eyes got like so big around. It was crazy. She's got a round face, and it fits because she has super round eyes too. So when she gets surprised, it looks really good. It's like, whoa. But those twist endings on those stories, man. Sorry, I went dark there for a second. Yeah, the twist endings on the stories, especially the creepy ones, like that. Oof. I spend too much time focusing on it. That's why I don't listen to them. So I like to know the answers, as I'm sure lots of people do.
Yeah.
I suppose maybe it's everybody, but I don't like this feeling. Like, what happened? Was there a storm? Where are the bodies? Why'd they leave their coats?
It's a lot of unanswered questions, man.
Why'd they get up in such a hurry, man? Dinner was still on the table. It's astonishing how much I don't know about lighthouse crews. Like, what would merit that?
Well, I guess we can end it here.
We can end it there.
Well, what's the question you wanted to ask everybody, Cody?
Just a question.
Yeah.
What question?
What's the question you wanted to ask everybody?
I didn't want to ask anybody a question.
You did.
Did I?
Yeah.
What was the question?
I don't know.
Why are you doing this to me? Oh, I hate you, man. Cheeseburger.
Leave down below what you think Cody's question to everybody would be.
Or not. Up to you. My question to everybody.
Hit that like button. Subscribe so we can get more subscribers. Check us out on Twitch on Monday, 7 Mountain Time. Keep a lookout for our Halo playthrough.
Yep, we're doing that as well. 100 likes, I'll play Subnautica, and you can listen to me scream like a little girl.
We'll see you guys next week.
Later.